Hello everyone, and welcome back to my freak show. American Horror Story Season 10 is finally here, and it has been worth the wait, honey. In fact, this review is actually pretty late because I wanted to watch episode 1 and 2 multiple times. I simply really liked the first 2 episodes. I had such a hole in my soul for waiting 2 years for a new season. Wait, hang on. Hole in my soul. I gotta write that one down. Hang on. In my soul. Okay, there we go. The story was interesting even before the opening credits. And in my opinion, let's get to the brief synopsis and my review. This video covers episode 1 of American Horror Story Season 10, so spoiler warning. Now, I'm going to theorize right now that before the first part of the season is even over, someone is going to eat Lily Rab's baby once she gives birth. Am I the only one who thinks this? Now, the storyline starts with a married couple, Harry and Doris Gardner, and their young daughter, Alma. They move into a new house. The husband is an out-of-work writer, his wife is a novice interior decorator, and Alma is a violinist with, massive aspirations. I mean, she couldn't have been 10 or 11 years old, and that child was so ready to take on the world more than I was at that age. Now, all three are creative, and they have moved to Provincetown for the winter so the husband can write a pilot, and the wife can redecorate the house, and the daughter can practice being perfect on the violin, though she is quite quiet, and she's also a morbid child. In the opening, the family sees a deer in the road while they're on the way to the house with its throat torn out. I mean, I was simply intrigued as we led into the opening credits, which I loved to see the new credits. I loved to see them return. It was a nice opening. The story comes back to the family. Harry is trying to write, but is too lazy to work somewhere else. I mean, guys, he's writing right in the middle of the living room. That house is big enough. Make your own private space, my dude. Alma is making a lot of noise, so Doris suggests taking her out for a walk so the husband can have, a little privacy to write. Now, out of all the beautiful places they can go, they pick the graveyard, and they see a guy who looks straight out of the movie Nosferatu. I mean, he's so creepy and his bones crack as he straightens up from behind a grave marker. He has sharp teeth like a vampire, and he's bald, he's white, he looks awesome. The mom and the daughter sprint back to the house just in time to lock all the doors. And since it's a winter season, there's basically nobody in the town except for just some locals. Adina Porter busts out her incredible acting as the police chief in the town. And the family calls her because the vampire guy keeps showing up at their house. And she keeps acting like everything is okay, assuring them that crimes just don't happen in their town. Sadly, the town has a high rate of an opioid addiction, and the addicts are sadly, everywhere. So the family just decides to stay inside the house and not leave, but all of them are still uninspired. Harry leaves his family one night to go eat at the only restaurant in town, ironically named The Muse. Because of course, guys, that's what you do when some weirdo vampire is stalking your family in a new city and in a new house. You leave your family alone and defenseless. Absolutely, that was so smart. Now that's when Harry meets Mickey, who's played by our lovely Macaulay Culkin, a local prostitute, and Austin Summers, who's played by Evan Peters, and Belle Noire Frances Conroy. God, I love her. Now, Austin and Belle are writers, but they're successful ones. So they come to the town every winter to write bestsellers. And after a little chit-chat and a visit by our girl Sarah Paulson, who is playing Karen, Harry decides to go home. And he is attacked that night by one of the stalking vampires, and Harry kills it in self-defense. As, Karen is trying to find dinner in the trash very soon after this, she gets a call from Belle, who tells Karen that she has 3 hours. And it's so eerie because Karen starts crying. She says she doesn't want to do this. And we don't know what she's doing until we see Karen bring Belle a baby to eat in exchange for protection from the other vampires. I really liked the scene, guys. It was very dark. It was very disturbing. And that's what we miss and what we love about American Horror Story. So even though I'm glad we didn't get to see like a fake baby getting eaten. This scene was very dark and I highly enjoyed it. At this point, Harry and Doris agree that they're going to leave the house and they're going to go home after Harry killed the vampire in their house. However, before they can go, Austin invites Harry to his house to help him break his writer's block. Harry basically runs out of the house quicker than if his ass was on fire. Austin gives Harry a little baggie with large black pills inside, and he tells Harry that the pills are guaranteed to end his writer's block. But Harry stands firm and refuses the pill. Austin basically forces them on him. And when he gets home, he gets a call from Ursula, who is Leslie Grossman, who is his agent. And she tells him that he's got to write because he has no more time. His pilot is due now. So he takes one of the pills as his daughter watches from the stairs. And that, guys, concludes episode 1 of season 10 of American Horror Stories. Now, I highly enjoyed this episode. The show did a great job setting up the characters, the story. Huge extra snaps goes to all the vampires they created. I know I'm not the only one who's grateful that this season, the house wasn't haunted, like in so many previous seasons. The mystery was outside the house, almost as if the house has like this protective spell placed on the grounds. And we finally get some more vampires. Guys, I like to be teased and tantalized before the show starts thrusting facts, events, and backstories in my face and vag, so the pace of this episode was completely perfect for me. We're going to hang with these characters for more episodes, so I want to know them, maybe even care about them, especially Alma. In my opinion, she's a true Debbie Downer, a little Jenny Reynolds in the making. I'm glad that we will get more of her character. I'm so excited to see what happens with her in the future episodes. So in my opinion, the show did a great job relating to the die-hard audience of American Horror Story. The tone and setting was creepy as all hell. The pace was slow and tense with a great build-up. And there's honestly not very much that I didn't like about this episode. It was enjoyable to watch. And I adored the eerie elements. And to have Finn Wittrock and Lily Rabb in front and center for this season is a wonderful change of pace. I love Sarah Paulson and Evan Peters, guys. Don't get me wrong. You know I am diehard for them. But they absolutely became center stage and basically the stars of the series after Jessica Lange left. And it's time for someone else to share that spotlight. And I've always enjoyed having the delicious Frances Conroy part of the cast. She definitely won the one-liner award this episode when she said she loves vitamin D, just not from the sun. That woman truly is a sensational actress. Huge thumbs up for this opening episode, guys. It wasn't the best premiere in the history of American Horror Stories, but for it being the 10th season, they did pretty damn well. I found myself easily hooked on the mysterious town and liking the characters because I can relate to their struggles. Oh my God, guys, great season opener. As a writer, I really enjoyed it. Just so much better than what we got from AHS Stories. The AHS Stories was a great little snack, so to speak, to have before season 10, and I'm glad that we got it. But we are only 2 episodes into season 10 of American Horror Story, and I am highly enjoying this more than I did American Horror Stories. So again, guys, huge thumbs up. Great season opener, so much better. So let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comments. And guys, I'm curious, would you have taken the black pill to engage your creativity? So of course, guys, weekly Wednesday live streams are every single Wednesday on my channel. So make sure you like and subscribe if you'd like. Till then, guys, thank you so much for watching and beware of our girl, Sexy Scatfish.